In previous session, we talked about combining datasets or table. We have two approaches. We know that first approach, which is combining vertically. And this can be done using set operators. If we quickly revise, we had two operators, union and union all. If we have 5 rows in one table and 2 rows in another table, we got 7 rows in union all. But in set operator, one condition is the structure of both table or datasets should be exactly same. But what if we want to combine columns from multiple tables? For example, if we have two tables, one contains login information like username and password, and second one contains user information like first name, last name, etc. In both the tables, field user ID is common. What if we want to view all the information in one result set? In this case, joins are used to combine columns from multiple tables into single result set. Columns that are common between two tables or two datasets are known as joining keys. It can be one column or multiple columns. Based on the values of these joining keys, SQL engine will combine these two tables. We have seen in designing part that relational database can have multiple tables, and to extract meaningful insights from these tables, we need to obtain relationships between them. Joins are used to create these relationships. There are basically 4 types of joins: inner join, left join, cross join, and right join. Let's understand first join, which is inner join, by taking the scenario of startup example. How to get list of selected usernames, only those who has shared the post about stocks. Let us first look at our user login table, what data we have there. Let's create user post table having 3 columns: user ID, post, and likes. We will use user ID as joining key. In this way, table is created. Let's add new rows as well. Write some random posts. So 2 posts are regarding stocks, one is regarding investment, and one is regarding sketching. Let's look at the data once. Now here we can see that 2 posts are regarding stocks and we have user ID associated with them. But if we want username which is in another table, so here we need to join the table based on user ID. Syntax is select column names from first table. We'll keep it blank for now. We'll use user login as first table, then keyword join and second table. Now we have to provide joining condition for joining case. As we have user ID as joining key, we can write userlogin.userid equal to userpost.userid, but it would be little lengthy. So instead we will give aliases to both the tables and then use those aliases. Now the table has joined. That means in select column list, we can access columns from both the tables. Just to be sure these columns are from which table, we will use aliases in front of column. Let's execute this query. And we got the data. Let's see what happens internal in join. Firstly, the table we have used first after from keyword is called left table. The second table is called as right table. The expression after on keyword is our joining condition. So SQL engine will start with left table and scan joining key. It takes each value of joining key and iterate over each value in the right table. If it finds any match, then it will create a new row in result set and checks what column needs to be populated. One thing to note here is, even if the match found, cursor will still iterate over all the rows till the end of table to find if there are any other rows which are matching. And the same process will repeat for all the values in left table. So here, when we'll execute this query, we will get 4 rows. Last part is, we just filter out those records which are stocks related. That means we can simply write where clause to find stocks keyword. Congratulations! We have found out the solution for this scenario in our startup. Here, joining two tables and then on result set, we are applying filters for stocks. One quick tip for the performance improvement is that we can first filter the rows and then join the table. This can be done using subquery like shown here. If we execute this, we'll get the same result. This is the inner join, where you will only get those records whose joining keys are matching in both the tables.